Good morning, Margaret. Morning cigarette, of course, to start the day. I would expect nothing less from you, Margaret. You need more cigarettes, though. You're running low. You're also a little peckish, so let's eat some canned carrots just to tide you over. On day 64, Margaret heads into town, half hoping that it isn't actually all on fire. She wants to grab some tapes from the tape shop for the next rainy day. It's a simple goal, but her life has to be simple now. Leslie is long gone. She has to keep going for just the little things. Hello, gang. Quite a lot of zombies here. There are a lot of zombies here, which is a running theme for the next few days. So I suppose it's time for another little musical number to tide us over. Just imagine this is all clanging around in Margaret's head. She's hungover and going mad. Poor lady. You are quite the nutter, Margaret. Just wipe them all out. Stop for a lollipop? She loots a hell of a lot of tapes from the tape shop. She'll never have a boring rainy day again and restocks on booze from the liquor store. Then leaves a parting message for this horrible little town. And just for good measure, we'll burn it all to the ground. Yes, we shall burn it to the ground. Oh, hello. Alright then, leave that blazing inferno behind us and let's keep moving. Down the river. Anything here I want to look at? Not really. Nothing I need here. Excuse me, coming through. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Nice to see them still on fire. On the way out of town, she finds this weather service station. It's a little confusing, but she thinks it might be important for the future, so she marks it off on her map. She stops a little further down the river because she wants to do some fishing, but she needs to take care of the locals first. Here, however, Margaret overlooks the large expanse of water and breathes in the cool air. She goes back to the bus to have dinner and read before bed. Her arms are sore after a long day of slicing zombies to pieces. It feels good to be in the countryside again. On the next day, she continues on, very early on, having spotted a better fishing spot down the road. It's still dark out, but it's relatively peaceful, so she grabs her rod and tackle and goes fishing. Gonna use a couple of our caterpillars. Sorry, my little friends. You must be sacrificed for the greater good. Right, what did we catch? Whoa! A lot of food. Okay. After a while, she returns with a big fish and a couple of little ones, just enough to keep her going for a few days.
Fix me, Margaret.
Whoa. Yeah, I know, I'm gonna fix the bus, Beatrice. Goodness, I'm fixing the trailer right now. She does indeed fix the trailer, just with some metal sheets, then fixes herself a delicious fish stir-fry in the back of the bus. Gonna smell real fishy in this bus, Margaret. Real fishy. Then it's time to hit the road once more. They pretty much immediately run into the first of many roadblocks on this segment of the trip, but after clearing some bushes, Beatrice is just about able to squeeze past. Nice, so close. Push, Beatrice, push. Push, girl, push. Yes, you can do it. You can do it. Yes. Yes, push around. Yes, Beatrice. Strongest girl in town. Legend. It is quite a gorgeous day in Kentucky. Margaret appreciates the trees and their russet tones. She is all alone in the world, and the trees are putting on a show for her. It's always good to put these people out of their misery. Whoa, we're living in some kind of time loop. What on earth? Didn't we just see this? If I remember correctly, which I always do, there's some beautiful houses up here. These isolated mansions will provide a safe spot for Margaret to relax after the long drive. She clears out the first building. Lady of the house, outside if you don't mind. And on her way out back, she has a little spook. Oh. It's okay. Little whispers of the past she can hear. She has a feeling Leslie was here once. He probably sat on this very bench. Maybe he stood on the end of this dock. Maybe he also had a cold can of potato. Eat those potatoes in his memory, Margaret. Margaret. And also have a cigarette, just for good measure. Clothes are filthy. You know what would be really nice, Margaret? We could set up the generator behind this house and use the tumble dryer. Wouldn't that be good? I think we give it a go. Before she sets up the generator, she takes a look at the other houses. Really not much to see here at all. Then heads back to sleep before a day of relaxation by the river. Smother the doll with the pillow. Let's read the rest of our book. Till 9 p.m. Nice. And we'll hit the stack. It's chilly today. First cold day of the year. It's the first slightly chilly morning of the year. The sign of the changing seasons, and even more reason for Margaret to get the generator going in this house. Maybe she can finally get some hot water. It's a distant hope, but a hope nonetheless. Whoa. Light. The artificial light is slightly blinding on the dark morning, and when Margaret tries the washer, she's faced with disappointment only. Requires a source of water. That's a shame. Water's turned off, obviously, isn't it? To cheer herself up, she puts some hair curlers in. She looks fantastic, of course. Oh, Margaret, you look fantastic. Turn all the lights on in this house. Margaret goes from room to room, turning on every light in the house. Wow. The fake light is so nostalgic. Oh, wow. The bathroom in particular is very dazzling. It makes her feel brand new. I know. So it's time for a new look as well. Curlers be damned. She's gonna cut her hair. Whoa. Margaret. You look like a new woman. Good look. Let's give you a wash. Get some of that blood off your face. After washing the blood from her new face, she unplugs the generator. It was nice while it lasted. Small homage to the old world, Margaret. Ah yes, just a lovely blood-curdling scream to remind us of what's really going on here. In the morning of day 65, she completes a 17-point turn to get Beatrice out of the compound and hits the road again on the foggy morning. Beatrice begins whispering to her as they drive, and it scares the hell out of her.
This is a dead end, Margaret.
Oh my god, that made me jump. Beatrice! Oh crap. We appear to have hit a small dead end here. Reverse very slowly. Back up the path. Very slowly. Oh, you're getting wibbly. What a nightmare. Beatrice does not like dead ends, but eventually she figures it out. A little further down the road, Margaret stops and cracks open a can of sardines.
That stinks, Margaret.
Wow. Sorry, Beatrice, I won't eat sardines in the cab anymore. I know it stinks, but they're delicious. Excellent source of nutrition, Beatrice. Goodness me. We need to get you more cigarettes, Margaret. That's our next epic quest. She goes crazy if she doesn't have her cigarettes. Yes, you heard the egg. Margaret is running out of cigarettes. And in a world where everyone is dead, including her husband, it's a simple task like grabbing some cigs that keeps you going in the end. There are more blockages down the line, and this time Margaret decides to salvage the wrecks for parts as she goes. It's not an easy job, and in the end, it makes her fairly depressed. Oh, Margaret is depressed. Fine, I guess you've made very little progress today, so I understand why she might be depressed. Oh, and of course she's just found out that her husband had died, of course, as well. Of course, Margaret, of course. Fine, let's get you some enjoyment time, shall we? We slice this fillet, cut up this small trout, grab your frying pan. Ah yes, the universal key to happiness, a single fried trout. Scrumptious, Margaret. She also listens to music and sings along like no one is listening, which of course they aren't, because the world is dead, and no one can hear you sing. Funky guitar intro. See you sitting alone at the disco club. Oh yeah, your friends are all coupled, but you look troubled. Oh yeah, Margaret loves this one. Dance your problems away. You hear her, Margaret? Wipe those tears away and get funky. Yeah, get funky, real funky. Get on the dance floor. Wow, Margaret, you have a beautiful voice. She drinks a bottle of white wine, reads a little bit before bed, and settles down for a nice, peaceful sleep. Nice. Okay. You've got a pillow with 2 dolls.
I loved your singing, Margaret.
Oh, bound to happen, wasn't it? Beatrice whispering to her again. Goodness me, we need to find you some more cigarette stats. Basically the only thing keeping you going. God, it's such a den in here. Look at all the hats. So many hats. She paces up and down the bin side of the bus. It's okay, Margaret. It's okay. Okay. Calm. 10:30. Margaret, you lazy duck. I guess you did have a fairly rough night's sleep. On day 66, she drives until she finds something peculiar. Something very peculiar indeed. What's this then? Looks intriguing. Looks Very intriguing indeed. I want to slurp burp. Bridge. So where? Have a look? Yeah, let's have a little wander up. I'm very intrigued. She walks along the bridge, slicing zombies as she goes. Where does the bridge go? Nobody knows. Where are we? The small island, which is where the bridge goes, is crawling with zombies. So Margaret does something brave and foolish. She turns on the ambulance siren. Okay, that might be a bad idea. We'll see, won't we? We'll have to see how many are there tomorrow. Oh boy. Yeah, there could be a few. Oh boy. It's not that many. One Molotov, I think, would do the job. We'll come back tomorrow and see what's happened. Is that a terrible idea? Potentially. Potentially. She makes plans to return tomorrow, but she wakes up too early in the morning. And then Beatrice starts whispering again, and she slept till 3. Oh. I know, Beatrice, I know you don't like me cooking fish in here. I know it makes your insides smell, but we have to eat. We have to eat. After a delectable fish breakfast, she heads back over the bridge to see what sort of chaos the ambulance has caused on the little cursed island. Quite a few then, but some of them have been pulled away. The alarm must have stopped working. Right, let's take out these stragglers then. That's a rather unpleasant number of zombies, isn't it? Margaret lets loose with the Molotov cocktail. It's time to burn again. Whoa, they are burning a good one over there. They are really, really on fire over there. That's pretty good. Pretty good. It's almost perfect outcome, to be honest. The bridge is a little bit on fire, but it should be okay. I mean, they're certainly on fire. You've just formed this giant smouldering mass of zombies. I mean, it's brilliant. They haven't wandered into any of the buildings yet, which is pretty good. They are moving as one homogeneous lump towards that building, though, however. And so we have a simple zombie slowly pushing their way towards the building. More and more join them. Maybe they're drawn by the heat, the light, the sound of the crackling, smouldering zombies. Rather hard to tell, but they are all slowly burning. Yes. Very interesting. Never observed this behaviour before. Very interesting indeed. Do not go over towards the wooden fence. Drawing more and more of them in, apparently. Uh-oh, that one's going inside. Ah, yes. Well, say goodbye to that building then. That was always gonna happen. Well, that was rather fascinating, wasn't it, Margaret? Should we go get some lunch? Yeah, and we'll bring Beatrice in as well. I am curious about this place. She drives the bus over to the island to get a closer look at what might be here. Honestly, there's hardly anything there worth Margaret's time. Some crates, a few buildings, a bunch of zombies. No cigarettes, which is what she really needs. She sleeps that night in the bus on the island, and Beatrice has more words for her on the next morning. We get the hell out of here. Yes, I know, Beatrice, it stinks of fish. Gotta stop me smoking so many cigarettes, Beatrice. I'm running low. I've only got 20 left. You keep scaring me in the middle of the night. Your nonsense, whispering to me. Oh well, gives us a chance to read a little bit more. Read till 2:30. We just slaughtered so many zombies. What's your zombie count up to now? 2092. Goodness me. Okay. On day 68, Margaret drives into the next town. It's full of zombies again, of course. The whole world is full of the rotting bastards, and she's hunting for a gas station for cigarettes, mostly. It's a little busy in town, so she keeps driving to the outskirts until she finds this American Tire. And more zombies, of course. American Tire. Better get to it then. God damn, Margaret. Anybody got any cigarettes for me? There are no cigarettes on the bodies and none in the shop. There are a few tools and snacks indoors, but Margaret is pretty stocked already. She is in desperate need of cigs, so she continues on. More zombies to kill. Come on, cigarettes. Please, 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 please let there be some cigarettes. Come on, please, please, please. That looks like cigarettes to me. Come on, please, 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 please. Yes. Phew. Okay, we got 20 more. Still not that many, but better than none. Margaret finally has some smokes and can loot some of the nearby buildings, which basically just means killing zombies. She kills a lot of zombies. Too many zombies to make into another montage. Dear, oh dear. It's a lot of zombies to kill, isn't there, Margaret? Just goes on and on and on. Just an endless wave of zombies. That's all you've done today. It's 5 PM and you've just killed God knows how many. What are you on now? Yeah, over 200 zombies. 200 zombies in one day, basically. Killing machine, Margaret. Killing machine. Oh, grab a smoke as well. And read your book. The cycle continues. Covered in gore, splattered. She needs to wash through. Alright, 9 o'clock. Good night, Margaret. Good night. Good night, you mad, crazed lady, you. Oh, good. The other light went out. Now it is pitch black in here. Fantastic. That'll also be something we have to deal with then.